You won't believe what Angelina Jolie just revealed about her breakup with Brad Pitt, and it's tied to a luxurious French winery that holds years of memories and pain. Stick around till the end, because the legal twist she's exposed will shock you. Angelina Jolie has opened up in a new court filing about her emotional journey during and after her split with Brad Pitt, especially around their shared winery, Château Miraval. She claims that neither she nor her children have stepped back onto that estate since 2016. When she filed for divorce, she handed over control and full residency of both their Los Angeles home and the Miraval property to Brad, without asking for any compensation. Her reasoning was simple. She hoped it would calm the tension after a very difficult period, but the weight of that estate, the memories, the love, and the heartbreak made it impossible for her to return. Angelina wrote, "To this day, the children and I have never again set foot on the property. Miraval wasn't just a business investment. It was central to their life together. They were married there. She spent part of her pregnancy there and even brought their twins home from the hospital to that estate. That place held their most personal moments, which made its loss even harder." She explains how the abrupt separation from her home and memories was devastating, especially for the kids, in her documents. Jolie described the events leading to the divorce as emotionally difficult for her and their children. She also revealed that after the separation, she turned down work for nearly 2 years to take care of their kids and support them emotionally. Because much of her savings were tied up in the winery, she couldn't immediately buy a new home. She asked Brad for a loan to purchase one, which he granted but with interest. Then came the next twist. In 2021, Angelina sold her stake in Miraval to a company called Tenute del Mondo, which is part of the Stoli Group. Brad responded in 2022 by suing her, claiming she sold her shares without his permission. He said they had an agreement that neither of them could sell without the other's approval. Angelina, however, says Brad made her an offer to buy her shares only if she signed a new non-disclosure agreement. That NDA, she said, would prevent her from ever speaking publicly about what happened leading up to their divorce. She refused. In her filing, Angelina said that as a mother and an advocate for victims of violence, she found the demand extremely painful and coercive. Instead of signing, she sold her shares to a third party. Brad's lawsuit then claimed that she acted out of malice, and he asked the court to see her private messages, saying they might prove his point. Angelina pushed back, arguing that those messages were protected under attorney, client privilege, and were private legal discussions. She's also seeking $33,000 in legal fees related to Brad's attempt to access those messages. Even though their divorce was finalized in 2024, the legal and emotional battles between them are still ongoing. In her new court filing, Jolie accused Brad of waging what she called a vindictive war against her since their split. Meanwhile, the winery fight keeps escalating. Brad has requested to question representatives from Angelina's former company, Unveils LLC, about financial records and contracts. And on top of that, the Stoli Group, the company that bought Angelina's shares, has filed its own countersuit, accusing Brad of using Miraval's funds for personal expenses and treating it like his own piggy bank. At the heart of this battle is more than money or property. It's about control, voice, and autonomy. Angelina says she refused to be silenced by an NDA for her. The winery symbolizes far more than a business. It represents her family, their memories, and a painful chapter. She's still trying to close. Angelina's latest filing makes one thing clear. Even years after the divorce, the wounds are still deep, and the story is far from over.